Hey guys, what's up? So I've been playing around with ways to generate visuals for my DIY video wall and Inceptrons. And I've been playing around with some software and stuff and came up with something pretty cool. So I thought I'd make a quick video to kind of share it with you guys. It's going to take me a minute to explain what's going on here, so bear with me. When you're creating video content, if you go to a concert or especially like EDM festivals, they have these huge video walls, right? And they put up video content on them. Well, the software that they use to do that is called Resolume Arena. And Resolume, the best way to think about it is Ableton Live for video. You play it just like you would play an Ableton Live set. You can control it via MIDI. You can control it via OSC. You can time code it. You can do all these kind of things. But it's not really a problem, but the problem that I see with Resolume is that it's a little weak on the generator side. So like actually creating content, it's really more about mixing content, right? So just to give you an idea, I can kind of like throw up an astronaut here on the screen. So by the way, to kind of explain what you're seeing on your screen here, on the left of your screen is Resolume. On the top right of your screen is something called NestDrop. NestDrop, I'll get into what that is in a minute. In the middle right of your screen is the NestDrop output, and in the bottom right of your screen is what's called the Resolume composition that's coming out of Resolume. So think of what's on the bottom right of your screen is what's being displayed on the video wall. So I can kind of just, to show you how this works, I can just quickly add some content to the output here. So we've got like this loop of this astronaut, this synthwave astronaut walking by palm trees, right? So this is something you could kind of output. So this is just a clip. Just think of it like an Ableton clip, right? That just loops. We've got some other stuff here. I have kind of this this clip that's just kind of a generic visual. So that's stuff coming out of Resolume. So what is NestDrop? Well, NestDrop is very interesting. I was out and I was like, what I want to do is kind of mix this with like a music visualizer. So I was out searching the internet, and nobody's made a new visualizer in years. Like nobody even really does this stuff. But I came across this NestDrop software, and it's actually based on the original visualizer that shipped with Winamp, which was called MilkDrop. But this NestDrop software kind of updates it. It includes like 20,000 presets or something, and it's really designed for VJs. So it's very similar to kind of Resolume. And I was like, I want to get these two pieces of software talking to each other, and it turns out that is possible. And also, very interesting things happen when you do that. So, how I've got these two pieces of software connected is they both support something called Sprout, and Sprout is just a way to stream video between applications. So you create I have this layer here called NestDrop, and this particular layer is going to a Sprout server that is serving whatever is being played back on this layer. And NestDrop is kind of subscribed to that server. There's actually something called a Sprout sprite that NestDrop uses. And I can click on this element right here in NestDrop, and that will add whatever is coming out of this layer in Resolume to the visualizer. It's kind of like a multiply, I think is what it's doing. It looks really cool. I'll show you that in a second. NestDrop is serving a deck on another Sprout stream that I've got as a clip in Resolume, okay? So to kind of restate what's happening here more simply, a layer in Resolume is outputting to NestDrop. It's doing a multiply of that against the visualizer, and then that is coming back into Resolume as a clip, okay? So a lot to kind of take in there, but you can do really cool things with it. So first of all, I'll kind of play some music here, and I will show you just the visualizer by itself, right? So I'm going to go ahead and take what's coming out of the visualizer and send it to the Resolume output, and I do that by clicking on this clip here. Okay, so now we've got the visualizer going into Resolume, sending it to the output. So I'll go ahead and just start playing some music here. And you can see our visualizer reacting to the music, all very cool. I can also do things like throw up an artist logo if I want, right? So, like I said, you just play this like an Ableton Live set. But here's where things get interesting. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to tell NestDrop to include whatever's coming out of this layer from Resolume in the visualizer. So I do that by clicking right here. And now you can kind of start to see where this is going. I am using the demo version of Resolume, by the way. So we can send that kind of basic loop and multiply it against the visualizer. So we just click on it, and now we're sending that video into NestDrop. It's doing a multiply, and we're getting some wild output. And then I can also beat sync this over Ableton Link. So I've got another clip here that is synced to the beat. So you can see I'm just pulsating the scale based on the beat that's coming out of Ableton, which is my audio source here. All right. And then we can still throw up like logos and stuff over top of all of this. And then we can do some wild stuff, right? So like I've got this loop of this crazy baby doll thing with laser eyes. So I'll go ahead and send that to the output here. Which is just absolutely disconcerting. And then also, we can play with the visual. I've only shown you this one preset. There's like 20,000 of them. So we can just do all kinds of things here to kind of affect this layer. So as I change through presets here, let's pick something a little different. Something like a kaleidoscope kind of effect, and things get really wild. And of course, all of this can be played and sequenced via MIDI. So I can just have MIDI tracks that are changing, you know, our Resolume content, flipping through that, throwing up stuff on top. So like I could put the baby on top of this, right? So I can, it's just absolutely unlimited potential here. So anyway, I thought this was pretty cool. Just thought I'd share it with you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Later.